Hi guys, Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations, and today I'm bringing to you this week's stitch, and we're doing the waffle stitch, and the tutorial is by Bella Coco. Can you tell I really like her channel a lot? Her and Bag a Day Crochet, man, they've got so many wonderful stitches. So if you're wanting to learn new stitches, those two channels, they really rock. Now I am throwing in some other ladies too along the way, but those two seem to be the ones that I keep repeating. So I'm doing this very impromptu because I'm late getting it up by 2.5 hours, but I hadn't done the stitch because yesterday was very full. So I went ahead and I did 4 rows simply because I don't have enough here to get all the way back across. So I will save all my little bits like this for an upcoming. So if you have little bits left that won't get you all the way across your blanket, set those aside if you would. Okay? Hi Janet. And so we're going to do something else with these. So now let me show you the waffle stitch. And I checked her channel because sometimes she does the left-handed version. And I did check to see if there was a left-handed version of this stitch, but I did not see one on her channel. So, and I really don't have any additional notes. I just wrote down what stitch, what channel, and I only did 4 rows, but this is what it looks like. And I wish I'd had some more to maybe do 5 or 6 rows of this just so you could see the waffle pattern a little better, but it shows up pretty good for a sampling. I really wouldn't mind an entire blanket using this stitch, to be honest. So that is the stitch for this week, the waffle stitch. I'm getting pretty close to the point where I'm going to want to do a border and finish this blanket, but you can add to yours by repeating stitches that we've done or go out and look up some tutorials. But I'm thinking we'll wrap this up with episode 25. So we'll have 25 weeks of this total. So that is 4 more weeks of these. So I'm thinking learn 2 more stitches and then we'll do 2 stitches all the way around. Does that make sense? So we'll have a border all the way around of 2 different stitches. Oh, I hadn't checked yet. Like I said, Janet, yesterday was very full and it ended with dinner with my sisters and my niece and her wife. And it was an absolutely stunning meal. The presentation, I posted a picture of my dinner last night. It was spicy Thai mango shrimp. Oh my Lord, it was so good. I ate every bit of it. I didn't bring any leftovers home. I was so hungry by the time we got to eat at 6 o'clock last night that I just ate it all. But my niece and her partner, they really loaded up on some sushi. They had a big time. But I will have to look at that. I have the cards here because I still have not had a chance to put together some goodies to stick in with them. So I'm thinking I might make some copies of those zines I did a couple weeks ago and stick those in with the ones that are getting those. But I don't know if we'll get together again later this month for my sister Rhonda's birthday or not, but her birthday is later this month. I might bring it up to them. And so we can have a birthday dinner out. But I really, really love this. And one of you guys recommended the waffle stitch. And I meant to write down who recommended it. And it's a lovely stitch. It really is. But I'm thinking 2 more stitches will get us, about that much more up, depending on how many rows you decide to do. And then if we do 2 or 3 rows around of each stitch that we're going to learn to go around the border, I think that'll give us plenty. And we're going to have to figure out, everybody's going to have a different count of stitches to get around their border. So y'all are going to have to figure out your own. So like if there was a a single chain to turn, I would do 1 stitch. If it was a double crochet, I would do 2 stitches along the side. And see, I've still got some tails here. But I would make sure that whatever the count is on one side, you have the same number on the other side so you don't end up with a wonky blanket. But we are going to learn 4 more stitches, 2 in the rows and 2 all the way around as our border. And then we'll call this blanket done and we can do what we want with it. And save your little bits. I'd like to do a project with our little bits of something fun. Oh, hi, Angie. And you've done an extra bobble stitch. That's fine. That one was a fun stitch. I wish I'd paid attention and made sure all of my right sides were on the right side, but it is what it is, and I'm not going to tear it all out. There's no way I'm tearing all these stitches out. But it's such a joy to just run your hands over it, I think. I just love all the different textures and everything. I still think this would be a great project to do for lap gans for people in nursing homes because it would give them something to feel, if they'd lost some of their sight or if they were just, dementia patients like the texture too. Yours are all mixed up. It's no bother at all. Angie, you need to go and get Janet's prompts from Monday because they were a lot of fun. I haven't done mine yet, but I wrote them all down. So that's all I was going to share. Waffle stitches for this week. Bella Coco's doing the tutorial. And did I tuck them in my see, I've got a little book here of my crochet projects. Maybe I wrote that down in here. Hang on. I wrote myself a note. Homework, get a skein of multicolored cotton. I don't know why I wrote that, but anyway. And I'm keeping track of my temperature blanket. These are all the temperatures that created the blanket. I make a little Post-it note or card for each month. I thought for sure I'd written down the next couple stitches on a little piece of paper. It might be over there on the table. So I've already got 2 stitches that y'all have recommended that we're going to go ahead and do. And then I'm going to search around and find us a cool border because the borders will go, the stitches that we do for the borders, we'll be doing 2 to 4 rows of each of the 2 stitches. So you'll have a nice border, another 2 or 3 inches twice. So you end up with 4 to 6 inch border all the way around. And I just think that'll be a nice car size blanket. When you travel, especially if you're in a cooler climate, if you travel in the winter, you should always have an Afghan in your car, always. In case the car breaks down in the middle of the night or something, you should always have that with you. So like if we travel north and it's winter time, I always try to put some blankets in the car too. I'm switching up the temperature blanket. Let me grab that real quick because not everybody gets to see the pictures of that because not everybody's friends with me on Facebook or Instagram. So let me grab my temperature blanket. And for anybody that's not done a temperature blanket, each day you do a row for the high temperature of the day. And mine's gotten quite long. All right, so I don't want to pull a bunch of stitches out. Let me pull up a loop here. Big old long loop. That way I won't pull it out. But this, for anybody that has never seen a temperature blanket, is what I've got so far. And you can see I'm 5'6". This is how long it is so far. So my head is probably 1.5 feet below the top of the blanket. So what I'm going to do, is, where's my ending? Down here. I'm going to go ahead and come on across here, and then I'm going to split up my remaining days. I think I said I had 83 more days to add to this. So that would be 82 days. And then I'm going to subtract 3 rows. So that'd be 12 days. And divide the remaining number, half on this side, half on this side. And then I'll do a border all the way around for the last 12 days. So it's going to develop into something else, because if I had kept going just back and forth and not started going around, it would have been crazy long. I mean, it's already ridiculously long. But I mean, it's long enough. It could be used as a coverlet on a bed. So that's my plan. I've been working on the math of it to try to make sure it's, even on both sides. So I do the same number of rows or days on each side. And I think that's what I'm going to do. And then the last 12 days, I'll be working all the way around the blanket, a day to each side of the blanket. So I'll have a really pretty ending border. And I think the last I said 12 days, 4 sides, that'd be 3 rows. And I think I was going to do shell stitch, just so it has a real pretty finish. So that's that project. I'll do a roundup of all the projects I have on the hook. I'm working on hats. And then I've got this baby blanket here that I work on the baby blanket when I'm watching TV. And it's just real pretty. And I'm using this, hang on. I'm using this stuff called Comfy Cotton by Lion Brand. And it feels so nice, and it's cotton, so it'll wash really well. It's a cream color, and I'm doing the corner to corner, which Bella Coco has instructions on how to do this blanket. Another one, if you're looking for really pretty baby blankets, is Allison. She's the Scottish lady. We did one of her stitches, but if you want a lot of interesting baby blankets to make for folks, you need to check out her channel, because she's really great with the baby blankets. But I just love the corner to corner because it works up so quick. But I have not worked on this in a while, so that's why it hasn't grown much. But I thought I'd do an update on that stitch. My pile of hats is growing, and I just love to listen to Allison, and she gets so excited when somebody sends her yarn. And I just love to hear her, how she says so pretty. I just love it. She's a delightful lady to listen to. So that's on the hook. Our project's on the hook. The temperature blanket's on the hook. Hats are on the hook. And then Nettie just sent me a whole box of yarn. So Nettie sent me all this beautiful teal and brown, and then there's some ombre in here. So this was gifted to me by Nettie, and it might be re-gifted back to Nettie, but in a different form. Don't tell her, Nettie, you didn't hear that. And then this is the bag of yarn I bought from Joann's when these were $3 a skein. And working my way through, this is the current hat on the hook here. And if you guys are interested in working for something as a cause, you can either help Lizzie reach her goal to help the homeless near Lizzie, or there is a hashtag out there called hashtag hats not hate. And you might want to look that up. You might find that you have somewhere closer that you could donate hats to. And it's just a wonderful cause, helping the homeless stay warm in the winter months. And I know we're all heading, well, most of us are heading into hot time, but what better time to do something small that, like the Afghans, the reason I want to wrap it up is it's going to soon be like 100 degrees here, and I don't want to be working on Afghans. It's going to be bad enough I have to finish the temperature blanket in July. And then let me think. Let me show you the stack of hats. Everybody that's been in the chats has already seen them. So I'll just show the stacks I've done so far. And this is just something I can carry with me. And for anybody that's already seen these, I'm sorry, this is a repeat. This is the one I'm keeping for myself that I designed specifically for my weird head. But I really like how it turned out. And this was that thrifted green yarn I liked by Premier called Puzzle. And if I can find more of this yarn, I want to get some because it's delicious to work with. And then I'm just going to quickly hold these up so you can see that's the back of the hat. And I've just done a little something on different on each one. But Lizzie's right. She had in one of her videos that once you learn stitches and you get past the crown increase where you're not having to add any more increases, you can do whatever stitch will go around in circles. And so, yeah, and this one, I'm debating whether to send it in or not because it looks like one that nursing mothers might have on their babies. So that might not get sent down to Lizzie, but get sent somewhere else. This hat is easy to work up, and I like how it connects. So you can see how it grew, but it's nice and smooth. Sometimes you have an open space where your join is, and that pattern is really good. Now, this is a pattern that you were supposed to use real bulky yarn, and there's small, medium, and large. So there's the small, medium, and then the larger hat. So men, woman, child, which I thought was cool. And then this one's just using some yellow yarn I had and what I had remaining of this green. And I thought that looked really pretty together. And I've bought special detergent to remove all allergens because I do have cats. And I forgot to take the autofocus off. This one looks like candy corn. And this one was because Malia said turquoise goes with chocolate. And I think it does. This one was a stitch I came up with. And then this one's a combination of stitches I made up as I went along. This is because this is how you got the Rebecca stitch. A bumblebee hat. Yes. Oh, it is. Yeah, this one here. It definitely does. If I'd put a little black on it, it would have been cool. So those are the hats I've been working on. Then yesterday, we went to Aldis. And if anybody is doing slow stitching with Carol, if you have an Aldis, they have these cute little kits. And it comes with a hoop and a book and a couple needles. And it was like $7.99. And what was funny is this came all the way from Australia. So I thought that was cute. And I bought it because of this little bird. But inside is instructions to make an avocado. And these are the patterns it came with. So there's the little bird. And I guess you just trace these. There's the avocado. There's a carrot. So you get 4 sheets of patterns. You get a piece of black fabric to work on and a piece of creamish fabric. It's not true white. There's the hoop you get. You get some floss. And then the two embroidery needles. So I thought that was pretty good. I mean, the hoop was probably $8 or $4 or $5 on its own. So, and a little book and everything. So I snagged that up. They had some others for like making your own bath bombs. And I think another one that was, maybe it was a crochet. I don't remember. So anyway, I've yacked at you guys long enough, and you're probably sick of seeing the hats, but I just think it's a really good cause to work for. And that's all I have for crochet. So please join us next week. We'll do 4 more weeks, 2 more stitches in rows, and then we'll do 2 stitches all the way around 3 or 4 times, and then we'll call this blanket done, and we'll have it for our couches or whatever. So thank you guys so much. Oh, hi, Janice Glines. You stuck in on me. The Scottish lilt. Yes, Allison has it. Yes, she does. So I will try to remember to put Allison's link in there, because if you do make baby blankets for folks, she is the one to go to for very unique ones. All right, so I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please do come back and leave a comment, because I'm going to do a hidden giveaway. I'll show you what I'm giving away. And like I said, if I draw somebody overseas, I'll have to check what the postage is, and I might have to make a separate package for overseas, because I think these would cost a fortune to mail over. But everybody leave comments, please, because for the next couple months, I'll just randomly draw somebody's name, and I won't even announce who won. It'll just show up in your mailbox. It's a sneaky giveaway. All right, I will talk to you later. Get your waffle on. Have a great day. Bye, guys.